Hi, I'm Jason Caras. I'm a business and life coach, an entrepreneur and an investor, a father, and a loving husband. Today I'm just going to share a little bit about my background and why I'm doing what I'm doing here. So let me start with where I grew up. I grew up in a city called Taunton in Massachusetts, up in New England. And it was actually a great place to grow up. My kids would be envious if they knew the kind of freedom we had and the nature and the go-karts and the motorcycles and the dome parties out there. It was a great place. However, I had a pretty tumultuous time growing up there. I was arrested 9 times before I was 17 years old. I was kicked out of every school I ever attended, including catechism. Kicked out of church. You know you gotta be bad. Anyway, I also struggled with substance abuse, addiction, because I was self-medicating for bipolar disorder, among other mental illnesses, and it is plural for me. And I say struggle because back then and for many years of my life, I did struggle, but I no longer struggle, I battle. I battle and I win the battle. I am at war with it, in fact, and I choose not to think of them as something that takes away from me, but something that magnifies me. It's my new superpower now. I had moved from Taunton to Tampa in 1994. And I had just lost everything I owned for the first time. I was a young entrepreneur. I was selling water filters door to door when I was in high school. I had a painting company when I was in high school. I had a crew painting houses while I was in class. So I was a young hustler. I wanted to make money. I wanted to be successful. And I would go on to lose it 2 more times for a total of 3. And almost a 4th happened not too long ago in my life. I've had 12 companies and 3 have succeeded. Those statistics might alarm non-entrepreneurs, but they don't surprise anybody that's an entrepreneur. We all know how tough it is and how rarely you can be successful. So I don't have any shame in the failures. They shaped my life and my business knowledge and acumen. So, and my sister actually calls me the Phoenix. My sister Talia calls me the Phoenix because I always rise from the ashes. And I never really thought of that because, I was doing a speech at University of Tampa one time and this kid came up to me afterwards and he's like, why is it that you're just so resilient? I mean, what makes you so resilient? And I thought, I never thought of myself as resilient. You know what? It never occurred to me. I never thought of not continuing, not pursuing. It was just never an option. Well, nonetheless, over the years and all these companies, I ended up growing a company to over $30 million, over 200 employees. It was a 7-time Inc. 5000 fastest growing company in America. We were a Fast 50 in our own Tampa Bay community several times. We were a best place to work. Actually, once taking the #1 company in the state of Florida, beating out Microsoft by Florida Trend magazine. I was named a Ernst Young Entrepreneur of the Year finalist. I was a top 250 CEO in the world for my industry. So yeah, lots of failures, but some pretty meteoric success. Some pretty intense success. I recently sold my company to a publicly traded company. I had that beautiful event where it's, most people, the biggest event is buying a house. For an entrepreneur, it's selling a company. And after that, I thought, I've been chasing the dollar. With every one of those 12 companies, I was following the dollar, the almighty dollar. If I saw a business that could make money, I was in it. I didn't have to like it. And I decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I really want to follow my passion, and my dreams are to help other people. I love helping other people. And that's my love language. And it's my passion, and I knew it. I knew it when I was 17 years old. After I had changed my life, I changed the trajectory of my life. You can't change your life overnight, but you can change the trajectory of your life in an instant. And I did, and I decided I wanted to be amazing. I wanted to live an amazing life, and I wanted to be wealthy. So I started giving back immediately, and the first people I wanted to go speak to was a juvenile justice center. I think it was in Brockton. And here I was, 17 years old, talking to kids between 12 and 18 years old. And I remember getting in my car afterwards thinking, wow, that was just the most amazing feeling, just to share everything I had learned to hopefully change the trajectory of their lives. I mean, I had never felt more fulfillment than that moment. It just was amazing. And that's where I got my sense of significance. That's when I identified what my sense of significance is, what makes me feel good about myself. And it's helping other people. And I will literally help anybody. My mission is to help individuals who want to take their life to the next level. It's to help entrepreneurs that want to help them scale, grow their company, sell it, monetize it. Literally, I can even align them with the buyers and the investors. And I plan to, and I have, and I love it. But I gotta tell you, what I'm doing right now on video, I can't stand it. I don't like looking at myself. I don't like hearing myself. I now know why a lot of these Hollywood people don't like to watch their own movies. I can't stand it. I don't look at myself at all day. I could have a booger in my nose and not know it all day long. That's how rare I look in the mirror. And now I have to look at my mug all the time. And it's just crazy, but it makes me uncomfortable, honestly. It's uncomfortable, but it is necessary in this day and age. I know that. This is the medium of communication. You got to go to the internets, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. This is where you have to be, and I get that. So I have to be in an uncomfortable state if I want to reach the masses, which is what I'm shooting for, the masses. I want to reach the masses. I want to start with individuals and groups and eventually millions. And this is the way to do it, apparently, making videos. And what I'm doing is I'm pouring out my soul. I'm pouring out everything I've learned that could possibly help somebody at the right time, somebody who needs to hear a certain message at the right time. And that's my mission. So if you like what you hear in these videos, please help support this mission. Please like, subscribe, please share it. If you have a need for coaching or speaking, please DM me. Know that it is everybody's responsibility to live their most amazing life. If there's ever a sin, it is not living to your potential and not leading your friends and family to do the same. That's what I'm doing. I hope you'll support me. And thank you. Thank you for watching these videos and looking at my mug day in and day out. Take care.